Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Elathrex, and of course, welcome back to the Honorbound, currently just a member of the Mighty Oath. In today's video, our goal is twofold. First of all, I really want to finish off this archaeological site over here, the Ancient Tomb, which means we can finally get access to these Gaia worlds and actually get on the good side of one of the fallen empires. One which we don't really like. We have had run-ins in the past, and yeah, we're not exactly a huge fan of them, but if they want to gift us stuff and help us out, maybe we'll start liking them a little bit more. On top of that, I do want to go to war with either the clans, those fellas over there, no sorry, not go to war, I want to make them our friends, and go to war with the Combine. It's so easy to get completely confused who you want to kill and who you want to befriend in this game. But yeah, we're going toward the Combine to turn them essentially into us, similar to what happened with the clans. Then as soon as the clans are no longer at war with Prime, we will be inducting them into our Federation, making them the 5th member. Yep, the 5th member, and making us even stronger, consolidating our power in this section of the galaxy. Over here, though, there is another Federation, the Galactic Union, and we are not on the best... Yeah, we're not on the best terms of, I think, any of the members, so that is something to be concerned about. You're neutral, the rest are suspicious. But honestly, if there are 2 superpowers at the end of the game, and none of them really hate each other that much to go to war, that is a success as well. Over here, the Empire is also a target of our ire, so we'll go to war with them eventually, but that's pretty much that. Now, sadly, our friends really hate these guys. We don't. We're fine with them. They're xenophiles and ecocentrists. We don't really care. They're happy little hippies. And as far as we care, they can just stay like that. So, I'll be back when something happens. It's going to be a while, I feel. Ooh, no it won't, because instantly a resolution has been passed. The workers' rights, that's one we actually pushed for. So now, we get extra diplomatic weight from populations, which is great for us. We get extra worker happiness, fantastic for us. That includes our armies and such. And the next one is the 5-year plan. Really, we do want this to go all the way through. We want this all the way to the bottom, because that's what we're like. We kind of want this. Is there anything we want to push right now? That's the question. We've just added that. Yeah, this is what we want, but right now, I don't have enough influence for it. So once we have enough influence, I will put down this Reverence for Life, which will ban purging. That's such a big deal for us. Okay, enough early game waffle. I'll be right back. Okay, our mandate was complete, and we have a new leader, which is our very first Xeno leader, Grand Protector Riblog. Long may she reign. Riblog. Riblog here likes minerals and science ships. How many of that species do we even have in our empire? I don't think I even have many leaders. Only 28. Well, it shows we are very, very xenophilic, really. As long as a Xeno is willing to be part of the military, just like all the other members of our society and everything else, citizenship is guaranteed, and we treat everyone very, very equally. In fact, so much so, eventually, we are going to get Xeno compatibility, which is going to be interesting, to say the least. We're going to get loads of, half species. Wait, where is Xeno compatibility? There it is. Over on the Ancient Tomb, this is not a proper event, this is a mid-level event, which can just sometimes happen, giving us 10 artifacts and 50 motes, which is actually really nice, especially the 10 artifacts. When attempting to extract an item of interest from a pile of assorted bric-a-brac, Landman accidentally set in motion a junk avalanche. Buried underneath it, we discovered the sooty remains of a tiny rat-like creature cradling a bottle of Bromatian sackwash from a brand common on Forge. Did I read that correctly? As if shielding it from harm. Among the clutter was also a tiny chest with a precious alien artifact. So there we are, we're still nowhere near, sadly, to the next one. Landman is taking a while. Ooh, Prime wants to be our friend. Yeah, you're outright friendly with us, but you're never going to join the Federation. You know what? Sure, I will agree. If we can get Prime to stop attacking their neighbours, I don't mind Prime just existing here. It'd be quite difficult to get them into the Federation anyway. Hive minds generally are difficult to get into a Federation. Plus, they don't like a lot of our members, so it would be really, really difficult. Yeah, Hive mind is just a minus 50 by default. Stop being at war already. Okay, this is interesting. So, because I've never really had a martial alliance, I've never had this event before. So, all the different federations have a version of this cooperation event, which will happen once in a while. For the Trade Federation, it's all about optimizing trade. For the Science one, they find a cloud, which they want to study, which is going in between dimensions, and stuff like that. I've never had this one, so the Federation fleet. Greetings, noble specimens! Together, we have built a powerful force worthy of notice on the galactic stage. However, we are concerned that this may not be enough should a powerful and well-coordinated threat arise. Our experts have drawn upon plans for a series of joint Federation exercises to build cohesion within our militaries and hone the skills of our crews. We intend the detachments from each of our fleets to move to specific locations in Federation territory and perform a series of complex maneuvers coordinating with each other, participating fleets, to ensure that the operations are executed simultaneously. We are confident that these exercises would appreciably boost our Federation's military readiness. Will you join this venture? That's not the third attempt at reading that, by the way. Yeah, still messed up. It's just that kind of day. Of course. So we're going to actually lose some of our fleets then, doing this for a while? Okay, well, probably going to get updates on that as it goes. It normally doesn't all happen at once, so we will see. It's probably in the situation log now. Or not. Maybe after everyone's responded? Okay, military exercises approved. The initiative to hold joint military exercises between Federation member states has met with approval among the majority of members. We shall begin our preparations for them immediately. Issue special project, Federation fleet exercises. All other participating members gain a similar special project in a random location in the Oath territory. The following nations will participate. The on-about, yeah, pretty much all of them. Ooh, okay, so we have so long. At least 15 military ships need to go over here. Oh, naturally with some of those. Oh, good, we actually have ships nearby. You 15? Yes, you are. Okay, can you please go there and do that? Ah, now we do have the issue of these fellas being there, which is a bit of a bother. Can I pacify them yet? Or did I end up going down another route? There we go, yes, okay, let's pacify them so I don't have to fight them. I wanted to do that anyway, since we are meant to be kind to other creatures, so I'll research that on the way, and it should be done before they're there. Supremacy is finished. So we now have war doctrines. We also now have, oh, we can either get xenocompatibility, or we can wait a little bit longer, and then we can get evolutionary mastery. No, I think we should do the compatibility now. Then we'll get some of the half species, which have bonus trait points. Then we'll use evolutionary mastery on them, making really, really, really powerful, long-lived, happy citizens. The invention of universal biology has revolutionized society, even if sometimes requiring awkward rotations to make a connection. Immigration pull plus 33%, we get plus 20% growth speed on all planets, which is insane because we have multiple species on all planets, and then we can also form half species, which have one maximum trait point and one maximum trait, which is a big deal, and they're formed depending on the species on the planets. And again, plus 20% growth speed. In addition to our clone vats, our population is already increasing so quickly, and that's just going to make it go through the roof. We might need to do the archaeology project or something, because we're going to need a lot of space. Meanwhile, over in the ancient tomb, we have finished the mausoleum. The structure appears to be a gigantic mausoleum or necropolis dating back several million years. There are no obvious signs of previous looters, so the structure may have been left untouched since the chameleon field was erected. The structure's first chamber is accessible, but an impenetrable door blocks any further progress. Large alien glyphs, as yet untranslated, have been carved into the wall above the door. And so we continue. So already it's clearly got some, well, some reverence to it. I'm also using all my alloys right now to build more cruisers because I want loads and loads of strike craft. And honestly, we have so many now, we might end up going to war with the Combine before we've finished off all the military exercises, because by the looks of things, we can beat them just with the cruisers. We have really spiked in power lately. That's kind of what happens when you outnumber the other empire, basically, yeah, over twice their population. We are now putting forth, ooh, Reverence of Life might not actually pass. Maybe it's best not to do that yet until we're more powerful. As much as I do want to do that as soon as possible, the thing is, the Honor Bound aren't stupid. They'll have spoke to the other empires. At the end of the day, this is a galactic community, and they know that's going to fail. We can't just keep on doing things either. So is there anything here we can support rather than spend at the moment? Banning, yeah, okay, support that. No, support that. We want to ban slave trade. I mean, there's not much really we want to push right now, except for, yeah, the Military Readiness Act. Galactic community members that are not vassals of another empire, that are using less than half of their navy capacity, are in breach of the law. Each member of the galactic community has a duty to themselves and to others to contribute to the galactic defense. Yeah, okay, that's definitely us. So let's put that forth. I don't know if that's going to make its way to the top anytime soon. Let's move up a little bit. That's definitely what we're going to spend on right now. I want to constantly be trying to just be active in the galactic community, and that certainly makes sense to me. Also trying to get a bit more tech at the moment, since we are so woefully behind where we should be at this point in the game. We're doing well compared with other empires, but not as well as I want in general. A glorious day. The battle clans have joined us in the Federation. You are wise not to oppose it. Okay, we'll just be mean. I thought it was going to be nice. Oy. Okay, are you still okay with us? Nah, no, now you are suspicious, sadly. Here's the thing, you've got a defensive pact with an empire which does like us. Will you ever be able to join the Federation? No. Okay, yeah, we are now reaching that point where, outside of converting an empire which then resets their stats, there's a lot of potential Federation members which will never join us because they don't like another one of the members of the Federation. We now have 6 members, so it is becoming a bit more difficult. By 6, of course, I meant to say 5. So it is becoming a little more difficult. You know what? Let's put another envoy here. Let's speed up the leveling of our Federation. I would love to reach level 4 as soon as possible. The funny thing is, as well, the more Federation members I get, the harder it's going to be to change the succession type to challenge, which will mean I actually have a chance of being the leader for longer periods of time. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, going to go to war with you very, very soon. Okay, some of our fleets are now making it back. So the Military Readiness Act actually ended up going all the way to the top, which is really interesting. It's this weird situation where it has loads of support, so it went all the way here, but it also has loads of opponents. Now, it looks like it's just about going to win. So I'm happy with that. That'll make us a lot more competitive with our diplomatic power. Okay, the amoebas have been pacified, temporarily refraining from venting certain emissions from our vessels' reactor cores, while in the immediate vicinity of space amoebas seems to be enough to not arouse their ire. With the new protocol in place, they no longer pose a threat, and we have been able to study them at close range. Excellent. So, from now on, the amoeba should be, yep, neutral, they won't attack us on sight, and the next level of the ancient tomb has been unlocked. The alien glyphs above the door have been translated as follows. I am Zarqlan, the guardian of Mostab, the prophet of Zra. In a galaxy awash with spite and hatred, I have chosen to seclude myself here. Proceed, if ye be worthy. Was that a pirate near the end there? Yeah, Lathrix and accents, not that good. After combing through the first chamber for anything of interest, archaeologists discovered a tiny concealed wall panel. When pressed, the ancient door rumbled open. The second chamber is now being accessed. We have so many artifacts, it's insane. Okay, and you're about to reach the site. Okay, so now we just need to wait for the other empires to continue. That's fine if they actually work on this. It has been a bit hit and miss if the Federations do the task properly, it has to be said. What? Joint military exercise cancelled. The outbreak of war has led to the cancellation of planned... What? Who attacked us? The archivists are attacking one of our empires to humiliate... Why? What did you do to them? When did you change your leader? No, you idiots. You were evil before. What did you do, necromancers? Can we just surrender, please? We have no chance of winning this. I don't want to lose fleets to this. I wish there was a way to vote on these, but because I'm not the main contender, I don't want to fight this. They're way too strong, but they may attack our territory in an effort to go to war with the main enemy. Well, I hope we get to continue the joint efforts. I'll leave our fleet over there in case it goes back to that. That is very annoying. Yeah, just outright very, very annoying. The second chamber. I have to say, having a leader with the archaeologist trait, which increases excavation speed by 25%, is lovely. So thank you, Landman. The second chamber is unremarkable, aside from another set of alien glyphs above the closed door. They read, "Petty kings issued edicts in my name. Empires waged war in my honor. Fools sang my praises. I would have none of it." No secret wall panels yet been found that would provide access to the third chamber. Okay, thankfully the war didn't last too long. Defeat, obviously, and we are moving on. Okay, about to get droid workers, which is great. I do want to eventually get synths. Even if we're not going down the synthetic road. It's probably better to have, and I'm thinking about it, robot assembly works rather than the clone vats to begin with, because of the negative percentage from the early colony, but I just like building clone vats. Clone vats everywhere. I think every planet now has a clone vat. Yeah, our population is just going to go extremely quick. Gotta breed fast. Okay, let's upgrade our fleets. Well, our fleet's almost ready. Then we'll go toward the Combine. It should be fairly easy. They're already weakened from attacking the Star Realm and almost losing. They technically won, but they were starting to lose. Then the Combine... Sorry, then the Star Realm seemed to give up, which is really irritating. Would rather them be in a bit weaker state so we can just win a little bit easier. We are also getting ready now to attack Shard soon, so we can reclaim our lost colony, get some vengeance, and finally go with this archaeological site, which will give us a truly amazing bonus to our homeworld, as a bit of a spoiler. Oh, we have our first half species, which is half... So it's half that, and half honor-bound. You're a lithoid. How does that work? You know, not going to question it, but there we go, there's our first half species. We have declared war on the Combine. There's no use in waiting any longer, so we're going straight after them now. Here's something to note. Please say you have closed borders. Yeah, you have closed borders, everyone good. For a second there, I thought the Combine might be able to just skip our bastions, which would have been really irritating. Our fleet's now moving down. This should be a fairly quick war. Demanding on... Oh, who is demanding system? It's going to be you, isn't it? You're demanding systems, because of bloody course you are. Yep. Our war allies over there have claimed systems here in the Combine, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for victory, but still, it should be absolutely fine. Get our Gene Warriors ready to go with them. The enemy cruisers are breaking through one of our defenses. Ooh, molluscoids. I really do like their ship designs. They're so weird and blobby. Yeah, but our fleet's still stronger, so I've moved one of our fleets back. So one fleet's going over here, is going to start taking their territory. The second fleet's going to go back and then retake what we're about to lose. We are going to lose some, but it should be okay. Go like that, and then just go towards their main forces. So currently there's an envoy that's so irritating and hostile to our ways, who is currently on Forge, that there is a plot to kill them. Allowing this scheme to succeed would certainly be convenient, but allowing foreign dignitaries to be assassinated in our realm might not be the best of looks. No, we're not going to stoop to that, as much as it would actually increase our faction approval. Would like that, but I am going to not stoop to those measures. The Alive Planet Initiative apparently is the one behind this. Really? This tiny little ecocentrism group? Well, because no, you're the mad ones in our realm. 100% approval, though. And that cost us influence on a side note, which really sucks. Okay, yeah, our forces are already on the way. They'll be reclaiming that soon enough. Over here, we are just about to enter their realm. Also, I have loads of science ships doing nothing. I'll have to fix that soon. Our war doctrine is currently hit and run. I think we're going to swap it to rapid deployment, increasing our sublight speed by 25% and our range by 10% as well. We could do no retreat, but I don't feel like that's completely in our theme. Well, actually, no, it kind of is. Never mind, yeah, our military would have death before dishonor as kind of their way. It's just a bit more aggressive and berserkery. I think rapid deployment, though, makes more sense tactically. Here we go, attacking their station, using the first of our tiny little strike craft, which are adorable. You can hardly even see them. Except for their lasers. Either way, this should be dealt with nice and quickly. See, if I only had cruisers, I could actually take out these stations with actually 0 damage taken, since they can outrange all of them. Unless they themselves also using strike craft. Thank you. Okay, let's continue like that and head towards their capital. They have currently touched down on one of our planets, which is very annoying, but we have some ground forces on the way. And our cruiser's almost here to deal with them as well. Oh, it'll be cruiser on cruiser. Yep, they have cruisers as well. 2 cruiser swarms. Ours is stronger. Yes. Man, we really do hide very, very far away with our strike craft. There's our large weapons, and there's our strike craft incoming. The swarm. That extra range as well. We were attacking so far away. Because of our doctrine. Their armor has almost been completely stripped off already. Our shields are holding. They're using mostly anti-shield. Ooh, one of our ships did have to run away there. They all got focused. But yeah, the swarm has almost been completely released now, and they are rapidly melting away. Look at that, just... lovely. Don't think I actually lost anything, did I? No, one of them had to jump briefly. Some of theirs did also jump. They only lost half of their fleet, but still, that's enough. That'll hold them back for a while. Ooh, that is actually enough to force us back. Okay, good to know. The enemy is still difficult. At the very least, hold at the station here and use that for some support. You may as well land while we're here. Take over one of their worlds. Where are our allies? What are they? Oh, they're over here. Why are you attacking here? Attack over here instead. It'd be so much easier for us. Fine. Meanwhile, in the ancient tomb, the third chamber. After a long and tiring search, the secret lever hidden under the floor was found, which provided access to the fourth chamber. As before, alien glyphs adorn the walls, above yet another door. Those who wish to parley with Zarqlan must first find their way. There is, in each chamber, a hidden key that must be turned to proceed. The purpose of these challenges will soon be revealed. Remarkable. Okay, I've just activated loads of our edicts as well, so our ships are a little bit stronger. We should be able to hold them off. I would recommend not moving though, since I do want to just sit here at the station and use it to defend us as well. Okay, cruisers are moving in. Hopefully we can take out the station without attacking the fleet first. Good. Then we'll hunt down the fleet. So yeah, all our strike craft will just attack here. It's ignoring the shields completely. And we sit so far away we can't be attacked. So we lose no health. Goodbye to your ground forces. And now let's hunt down these fellas. The best possible outcome, the Combine have now submitted after our allies finally attacked the correct area. And straight away, they will join our Federation. Lovely. We've installed a new government, and we will not simply abandon you in your now, I'm sure, time of massive upheaval. You guys probably don't like us that much right now, since we instantly became friends with them. Yeah, they are the same as us. So now all this area is under our watchful vigil. Prime over here is still suspicious, and I'm honestly tempted to declare war to try and turn them into our vassal. Because there's no other way we can bring them with us, and they are going to just continuously be aggressive towards the clans, but as long as they don't do too much, I'll leave it. I will leave it, but vassalization of them is certainly on the table, especially once I can make them our protectorate rather than our vassal. Then we're going to be far less evil. Also, I kept feeling really strong, you know? We're not even the strongest empire, we're the third strongest regular empire. We're really not. We've just got so much backing from the other empires in our federation. Cooperation is the key. A few things have been changed to our federation, the oath, but we also have this. A bit of a problem. Methane Gas Explosion. Once again, this is a mid-event, which can randomly happen. So, a methane gas explosion has injured Science Officer Landman and several of the crew. The blast was set off when a malfunctioning drill overcharged generators, which then caught fire. Before the fire could be contained, it ignited some residual methane gas and tore down a wall, revealing a secret system of chambers and tunnels. Our archaeologists believe they may have belonged to a person of means and note, as they were filled to the brim with precious minerals and artifacts. So yeah, we get some artifacts out of this, we get some crystals, we get some minerals, but now our leader is maimed, decreasing their lifespan by 40 years. Oh, hopefully they can finish this at least before they pass. This is literally their life's work at this point. Meanwhile, in the Federation, we have now finally fixed the bug in which not everyone can actually contribute towards the Federation fleet, even though it was set to everyone. So all we had to do is move its only leader and then back. Sadly, this takes 10 years both ways, but now it's fixed. Everyone can actually build for the Federation fleet, and with the Federation fleet, we've also increased our contribution to high, which means it's going to be a really, really big fleet of 600 Navy capacity. Yep, I want that. I want that on my side very much, because it's not only 600 capacity, that's just one fleet. It's not like 600 Navy capacity as if we have 600. It's one fleet, which is going to be huge. Yeah, so really want that, and that's why we have to try our best as soon as possible to change to challenge over here. Oh, someone actually supports this. Yay! So me and the combat, yeah, we're still not really strong enough there. Wait, this goes off our diplomatic way. I'm looking at the economy. Oh, how strong are we compared to the others then? It's about equal, but yeah, okay, so combined we have 5.7 and 1.9. What we need to do then is start putting some representatives in the galactic community. We might be able to force challenge a little bit sooner than I otherwise thought. That's good. Ah, we only have 2 years though before we swap. See, I don't like this, just like going in turns. The strongest should lead the Federation. We are all about voting and everything. Right now it's not a vote, it's just round robin. It was successful! So I did the math, and actually I didn't even have to, because if you go there, it actually says if you're likely to win or not, and we won. So now we have arena combat. The only reasonable way to determine who should be leading our federation is to drop the rulers of all member nations into a large arena where they must fight each other to the death. The last survivor wins. It's gonna be kind of random still, but there's the problem. Yeah, because it's all about the ruler's leader and specific traits, and then the ethics and civics of the Empire. We're all the same because of how we've been going to war. We could pie, or thesis defense. No, you know what? It makes just as much sense. So, really, we haven't even increased our odds becoming leader. It's just... We'll see. It's going to be a fight to the death. Oh no! I'm not even using the right leader! The honor-bound are strong, but you aren't. Where are you? Where's the species who are currently leading our empire? Oh, you squishy molluscoid. The arena has occurred, and we have had a victory. So, two things. First of all, our elections are every 20 years, which means just before we were due to go into the arena, we have a new leader. Grand Protector Mikon. Now, I don't even know if strong actually makes the leaders better for this, because what I did, because I really wanted to win, is I went ahead and I added extra strong, so very strong to that species. So, technically speaking, we got weaker. I had to do it. I really, really wanted to win. And this is actually a nice trait to have. I'm doing nothing bad to the species. They're going to be happy with this, but... I ended up not needing to because one of the honor bound actually took the position of Grand Protector anyway, but we had a victory. So the very first of our tournaments here, and we are victorious. Grand Protector Mikon is ushered into the arena on the planet along with the other individual leaders of the various member nations that constitute the Oath. No weapons or armor are permitted. Each leader can depend only on their physical prowess and their guile to get them through. As the fighting erupts, it quickly becomes apparent that none of the other leaders in the arena can match the skill and sheer ability of our Grand Protector. I was waiting for their name there. They are dispatched one by one with little effort until only Mikon remains, the 92-year-old honor-bound. We are brutal to our dying days. Victory is ours. So now we have control of the Federation for the next 20 years, in which a new championship will occur. Now, I gotta be honest, I didn't realize it would kill leaders. Yeah, I honestly thought the arena combat didn't lead to the death of the other leaders, so I am a little bit worried there. Does this mean right now they don't have leaders? Don't think they actually show their leaders. Yeah, look, no ruler traits. We've just killed all the other leaders off, oh dear, and taken control of the Federation. It sounds a lot more evil than it is, but that's exactly what just happened. Well done to Mikon, our president for the next 20 years, or perhaps longer. It all depends on if they're there again, and if they can still win. We might change the succession term, just because I don't want so many leaders to die. I'm not too sure. Or maybe strongest to be less brutal now. I don't know, but either way, we are the leader, which means we have access to the Federation fleet, which is all bugging out at the moment because of everything being moved around. Okay, so can all Federation fleet ships please enter honor-bound territory? You're bound to me for the time being. Oh, they're just pure corvettes because they were made so early. Oh my god, so many corvettes. Yeah, we need to start building some cruisers or something for it. And upgrading them. Currently they are fairly low tech since I've never actually upgraded the design of the Federation fleet. They are really behind. We are, I think, the head of tech in our Federation, but only by a little bit. Most of the others are just inferior, not pathetic or anything, so it's just a matter of we need to upgrade the design. So apparently I was so focused on the upcoming arena and everything, I actually completely missed one of these events. So we have the 4th chamber. This time the lever was concealed in the roof. The 5th chamber has more alien writing. There is none. I'm assuming in continuation of the purpose of these challenges will soon be revealed. There is none. The challenges are as meaningless as these words. That is my lesson. I am Zarqlan the Pawn. Swept along by the currents of history against my will, proceed and an audience shall be yours, should one still be of interest. The next chamber is likely to be the last. Whoa, minus 60%. Is that because you're maimed? It's difficulty 7, but you're level 4 and actually not that bad. You can still get this, right? Yeah, there's still a 20% chance of adding 1 clue to make it easier. That is very difficult. Oh, I can now uplift pre-sapient species, which I definitely will be doing. But once I need the influence, right now I have just so much influence it hurts. In fact, what I can do is continue to make as many habitats as possible. Oh man, I need more alloys actually. Yeah, as my fleets grew so quickly lately, my alloys are no longer being flooded in because the upkeep is now kind of vile. Oh. When did we go to war? Because I didn't vote on that. We want to conquer from Prime. Oh no, we're attacking Prime. Yeah, this is a vote from all the other people in our Federation. Thankfully, as I gain more and more power, I will be able to veto these. I wouldn't have actually been able to veto anyway, because every other member wanted this war, other than me, by the looks of things. So where are our claims? So down here are our claims, and some claims over here as well. The Federation fleet isn't ready yet, but our cruisers are, so I think I'll attack over here. This is probably the most vulnerable location. Yep, there's their fleets. I'll leave the clans to deal with Prime. A little while later, and our Federation fleet is now being upgraded, and it even has some cruisers, which I didn't build. That's pretty nice. Lots of corvettes, though. Our allies do have access all the way into cruiser tech at the moment, but they really, really love building corvettes. It's quite the swarm, gotta be honest. But I do love the mixing of all the different ship types. That's really cool. There we are. Oh, there we go. Advanced Strikecraft rank 3, and we're about to get Federalized State, which is going to help out our Empire Sprawl issue and pretty much fix it for the foreseeable future, which I'm really happy to see.
A study has been completed.
Let's go with that for now, okay. Extra research, all well and good. Extra food is good. And now, policies. I wanted to have centralized authority. This is one I actually do want, but this one fits our empire better. Bureaucracy is significantly decentralized, providing governing efficiency at the cost of losing some power. Our admin cap is increased by 20%, which is amazing, though not as good as one extra influence in my opinion, especially as we get more alloys. We can just spam so much stuff. At the moment we are stacking influence, but that's not going to last very long. This also gives us an extra, well, it increases our edict cost, which we don't really care about, and most importantly increases our libertarian ethics extraction, which is what we are already anyway. So anything which attracts people to our governing ethics anyway is pretty darn good, rather than this one which is more authoritarian, which is kind of the opposite of what we're going for. So there we are, plus 20, wow, all the way to 800 Empire Sprawl. Yep, we don't need to build any more of these lovely admin offices for quite some time. Also, once again, the world's being really bad with their automatic designations there, which is a shame. Going really heavy on the sanctions currently within the galactic community. Essentially, if you are in breach of one of the laws, the different sanctions will take effect. Only moments ago we had none. Now we have the minor military sanctions, which is minus navy capacity and diplomatic weight from your fleet power. And then this one is eventually going to come into pass, the research sanctions, which is minus 5% research speed, and this one is minus 10% admin cap. But these are all the minor versions, and we're likely to see the greater versions pass later. Ooh, there's a fleet which has got way further than I expected. I thought they'd deal well with the hive mind, apparently not. In which case, although they're still upgrading, I might need to move out our Federation fleet. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cruisers are down here. They're about to start pushing these back. The Federation fleet will push back Prime. There's no way we're losing this war, really. I'm going to enable free migration within our Federation.
A study has been completed.
Freedom for all. The ancient tomb has been completed. The final chamber. Whoa. Guessing you're all trying to follow along with the main fleet there. That's terrifying. Look, they're all stacked up. Where actually are they? In that single, very, very blue stack of ships. Yeah. Okay, back to the ancient tomb. After a grueling search, the last key was discovered in the form of a minuscule button hidden in one of the carved alien glyphs. In the last chamber, a gigantic throne holds a slumped and motionless form of a large humanoid figure. A horrible smell hints at the decayed state of the being's body. Some glyphs at the bottom of the throne simply read, Zarqlan at your service. The body is too far gone to be moved, but the head is surprisingly well preserved given its age. Not wanting to leave empty-handed, some archaeologists use a laser cutter to remove the head. It is true then, says the spiritualist Nails. You have found the legendary tomb of Zarqlan. When the Argers told me, I did not believe them, but the evidence is irrefutable. I understand that you have the prophet's head in your possession. Then, as was foretold, the chosen of the great Zarqlan have at last been revealed. As would have been Zarqlan's wish, any unsettled holy worlds near our space are yours to do with as you wish. There are also many devout pilgrims on Celestial Throne that would be greatly honoured to fight under your banner. This, of course, being one of the fallen empires. Now, very much my friend. Yep, they are now patronising, so occasionally they will give us their patronage and give us something of use. The head of Zarqlan. Oh, actually, say how it's pronounced. Zarqlan. Oh. Renowned holy figure of indeterminate species, worshipped as a divine prophet by at least 7 distinct galactic regions during 4th. Okay, yeah, that's all over the place. So, all the different cycles and everything. Excerpt, Symbols of Worship, 102nd edition. Yes, I know I just read that kind of in the middle, then back to the top, because that's apparently how I skim read things. The ultimate fate is unknown, but references in historical records cease after the 20th cycle, historically heavily dated since at least early 41st cycle, dismissed by many today as fable or legend. Well, we have the head of him right here. So, the passive effect is plus 40% spiritualist to ethics extraction, which I really don't want, but our people are free to do as they will, and if they turn to spiritualism, we are not going to stop them. But the active effect is we summon a small Fallen Empire fleet. Not particularly powerful, but still pretty nice. The problem is, we already have the defragmenter, which is giving us plus 20% energy and plus 10% research speed for engineering, when that's in effect. Some engineering. Oh yeah, we can now do peaceful applications for artifacts. Finally something which isn't selling it that we can use it for. Everyone's happy. Ancient fad is go. So plus 5% happiness to our people. I think I'll try and keep that online, along with using everything for research. We need more unity. Really want to get the next Ascension perk soon, and we're really behind on it. Now, just before we go, I've noticed something kind of horrible. This war, which again, I couldn't have prevented even if I voted for it because everyone else voted in favour, is going to kill Prime. Prime is going to be removed from the game if we get the complete victory. This is because all the claims are over here, and not only is that every single one of Prime's worlds, it means the hive mind will then be lost, and the hive drones can't survive without the hive mind. You are essentially completely killing them off. And I think this is a moment the Honorbound are going to see as a bit of an awakening, because I have to decide how I'm going to progress with controlling the Federation, and if I even do so. Because if I had more control over the Federation and I voted, I could have vetoed that. But at that point, aren't I essentially just going with the strongest control anyway, which would lead to us being more unified, rather than subverting it through just voting everything down by being strong enough with the diplomatic weight, which by the way, at the moment, I'm nowhere near strong enough for that. I need at least the second strongest to vote with me, sometimes even the third. I think the strongest might be better than challenge. I really do. Especially since I didn't realise that leaders will be killed during challenge, because I'm a dum-dum. So I would like some feedback on that. We're about to kill an entire species, an entire sapient species, admittedly made up of billions upon billions of drones, but which come together to form a hive mind. And they do have semi-autonomous leaders, which do have their own personalities and traits. And we're about to obliterate them. That's not what the Honorbound would want, and they're going to remember this. So, with that question out there, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you do have a lovely day, and do take care, and until next time, goodbye. The Honorbound, you're in a weird position at the moment. To control and save lives, or to allow freedom and potentially lose some. I don't know what the Honorbound would do here.